Good morning everybody, welcome to Plymouth. My name's Hugh. I'm just going to do a film on this beautiful windy 27 Solano. She's a 2018 boat which was launched in 2019. She's fitted with the Volvo V8 350 engine. She is absolutely immaculate, very high specification. Let's go take a look on board. So welcome to Plymouth. We're looking today at Arrow. She is a 2019 windy 27 Solano. So a really well put together, very sharp V'd 27-foot performance sports cruiser. Built by Windy to a design by Hans-Jürgen Johnson, who has been long associated with this Scandinavian company. Got a brilliantly presented boat here. She's lightly used by her one owners from new. They've had another Windy from us beforehand, and we handed this little lady over in March of 2019. She has done 63.4 hours to date on her single V8. We'll have a look around her now. This is her bathing platform. So we've got a swimming ladder. She was ordered with an optional ski pole, so at 42 knots with that engine. She's got powerful acceleration, great for towing you out of the hole. There's a little cold water shower here for washing off at the end of the day. Fender and warp storage, it's really cleverly put underneath this locker. And then we have this great big aft sun pad with an adjustable backrest, so it runs on a pair of Harken mast tracks running forward here, and there are little pins at either side just to lock it in position, so you can have it forward as a backrest or aft as a sun pad. As said, the boat is in near to new condition. She is beautifully maintained. This is her main cockpit, so we've got teak flooring with grey cork to match her pristine light grey Nyrox upholstery. Folding cockpit table here on a leg, and that stores neatly away underneath the engine hatch when not in use. Access into shore power inlet and batteries is just through here. We have storage underneath this squab and on this one to starboard. Fuel tank is underneath here. Then we have access to water tanks and holding tanks through this locker here. All beautifully done, absolutely exquisitely finished. It's a great area to entertain and spend your time. We have a small isotherm fridge with its own cool box unit just down underneath here, so you can use it from the cabin or here. Fusion stereo, bolster seats to both sides, so they're a really supportive sport seat. You can use them either standing up or seated. Little VHF there, and we also have an adjustable hood mechanism. There's the 63.4 hours. Single throttle. Bow thruster. That's your gauges for the Volvo system, and a small Raymarine plotter. And she is equipped with a P70R autopilot head. So actually really well set up for cruising. Hatch lift system for the engine bay just there. We have a Fusion stereo, chain counter. She's fitted with the optional demister system, so it will keep the screens clear and give you a little bit of heat when the engine's running. Main tripboard there. She's got cockpit lighting, fire extinguisher and Fusion speakers for the outside stereo. So engine bay hatch lifts up on a little motor there. This table fits into a neat slot with a bag there, and the pole just clips in to a couple of locks there. So a pair of batteries on board. Nice V8 350 sitting right in the middle there. So the weight distribution is perfect, straight over the centre line. We've got another battery on the starboard side just to balance the two to port. Bilge pump, automatic fire extinguishing there. That shows you that you've got V8 with 350 horsepower in there. It's a really clean running engine, and it was a very popular choice on this model. Got a blower in the bay and a nice trough so that you can carry all the canvas the whole time without having to muck about with frames. So on the Solano, as with a lot of the smaller windy sports boats, there are 3 steps up from the main deck. take you through the screen and up onto this foredeck area. So splitting the screen just folds over to the left side. We've got a completely flush foredeck area, so the hatch down into the main cabin, and we've got central anchor locker with a couple of storage lockers to port and starboard. That's the screen. Just please note that there is a grab bar right away around the perimeter of the frame, so it's great for bracing against when you're needing to move about. Small lock over to port with chain locker central. Windlass controls, that's the seating for the Lumar electric windlass. It's a through stem system, so it doesn't mess up the lines of the boat, keeps it safely away when not in use. So you've got a very, very clean, flush foredeck with a couple of cleats there, centerline cleats also, and obviously cleats down at the tail towards the transom. So we're easily and safely back down through the cockpit and we're into the main cabin. So we've got a permanent double berth up here. It's all beautifully trimmed out. So we've got a deck hatch, LED lighting strips up above. There's a neat baggage area underneath the berth for bags, reading light to either side. These fixed port lights, that's the overhead opening hatch, and there's a little mozzie screen that slots into there when you're using it. But it's beautifully, beautifully presented. She is as new. So that's a ski pole, ensign staff, all your covers. She's also got a bimini system with a neatly adjusted set of support poles. That's the hatch cover. There's a little bit of storage in here also. So we've got a locker up here with a nice push button close. It's great for just putting knickknacks in there. Then a slightly larger locker down beneath. Light switches and charging point for a USB in there. This is just the plumbing for the seacock for the heads compartment. So that's the seawater inlet. Absolutely immaculately clean. She is kept on a dry stack down in Plymouth at the moment, which could be negotiated if you want to take that option, but it keeps her impressively clean. It's in a covered shed. So small heads compartment over to starboard. So we've got a cold water tap. She's fitted with a holding tank, Jabsco manual flush loo, but the quality is absolutely everywhere to be seen. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is Arrow. She's a 2019 Windy 27 Solano, available through Berthon right now. Many thanks for watching.